Osama bin Laden. How the son of billionaire later became terrorist has one attack become the greatest news of 21st century. We all know Osama bin Laden, but we don't know about his early life. He lived between elites in Jeddah, so why he chose to become part of a militant organization? Osama bin Laden father was Muhammad bin Awan bin Laden, a Saudi billionaire, but he is not billionaire from start. Muhammad bin Laden, born in poor family in 1930s, Muhammad bin Laden immigrated from Yemen to Saudi Arabia. He worked as a porter. Later in 1931, he starts his own construction company, Saudi Bin Laden Construction Group. He has close relationship with royal family. The alliance create massive wealth. But wait, how did Muhammad bin Laden get close to the Saudi royal family? In 1931, Saudi Bin Laden Group make a legendary record of making King Abdulaziz Royal Palace in just 20 days. That's how he made good relationship with Saudi royal family. Among all this wealth and success, when Muhammad bin Laden was 42 years old, he married his fourth wife, 22-year-old girl, Alia Ghanim. Alia Ghanim was Syrian and she moved to Saudi Arabia in mid-1950s. Then in 1957, she gave birth to the 17th child of Muhammad bin Laden, Osama bin Laden. In 1960s, when Osama was just 3 years old, his parents divorced. His mother married Muhammad Al-Attas, a university professor and author. Time is passing by. In 1967, when Osama was just 10 years old, his father Muhammad bin Laden was dead in plane crash. Just after 1 year of his father's death, he joined Al-Tajir Model School. After schooling, he also attended a short-term English course in Oxford. He studies economics and business administration in King Abdulaziz University. Now, that is very important part of Osama's life. He met 3 people who changed Osama's life forever. Number 1. Muhammad Qutb, an Egyptian Islamic professor. Teach at King Abdulaziz University. He is brother of Sayyid Qutb, who was militant. Number 2. Abdullah Azam, an Islamic scholar and militant. Number 3. Musa Al-Qarni, another prominent figure and instructor who provided him guidance on Islam during his college years. When all this was happening in Osama's life, Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. Afghan people were already fighting for themselves, and Muslims from all over the world are going to Afghanistan for jihad. So 24-year-old, young and 6 feet 4 inches tall, Osama bin Laden go to Pakistan to support and finance the Afghan Mujahideen fighting the Soviet invasion, using Peshawar as a base. He raised funds and recruited Arab volunteers to join the Islamic Revolution. The involvement was part of the international effort backed by America, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan to counter the Soviet expansion. During the Cold War, bin Laden set up camps in the region to train these volunteers. Osama bin Laden don't have data of his people, so he made an actual logistic database in 1988 to document and track Arab volunteers. The name of the database was Al-Qaeda. In 1989, following the Soviet withdrawal from Afghanistan, bin Laden returned to Saudi Arabia. He was initially welcomed as a hero, but soon he became a potential threat for government. In 1991, bin Laden and his Al-Qaeda network began to formulate agenda of violent struggles against the United States because of looting natural resources of Muslim world. In 1988, bin Laden ordered an operation larger than Al-Qaeda any previous operations. Simultaneous bombing of US embassies in Nairobi, Kenya and Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, which altogether killed 224 soldiers. Another Al-Qaeda bombing in 2000 targeting the USS Cole, an American warship refueling in the port of Yemen, which killed 17 soldiers. After all that attacks, Osama bin Laden do one attack which changed the life of all Muslims and through which Islamophobia is formed.
Every Muslim is a terrorist. Period. Right now. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear your mouth.
Oh.
I'm done with you.
The 9/11 attack. Next video will be on 9/11. If you want to know how Muslim country like Pakistan become the atomic power, so click here.